Let's go back to the phone lines. I think we got Bryan Barrett on the phone. Bryan Barrett of WGNS joins us. He called the 49th Battle of the Borough tonight. Big win tonight for Oakland. They kind of flexed their muscles, didn't they, Bryan?
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting game early on. 2 first-quarter turnovers, lots of penalties in the game, but Oakland was able to get past those things and scored 40 unanswered in the game after Riverdale took the early lead and went on to win by a final tonight of 43-14.
It talks, the injuries have been a problem with Riverdale. They've kind of been next man up, and that's a hard way to play against a talented team like Oakland, isn't it?
Well, it really is, and I think tonight you saw probably, especially in the second half, Oakland just kind of had their will. Their offensive line was able to block well enough for them to turn what would be 4 or 5 yards at a time, maybe to 10, and very timely running, and that's what Oakland really does. They just kind of wear you down, and they've got enough they've got enough of those big fellas to keep running them in. So Oakland just kind of wore Riverdale down, and it was good to see them score late in the game. A big 52-yard pass play to put a touchdown there. So Riverdale's going to be okay. I mean, who can say when you go through district or region play that you got number 1 and number 2 in the state in the same district? It just doesn't happen very often, but it is this year for all of our teams.
Yeah, that'll be a great matchup, Oakland and Blackman. Dennis Weaver, Eric Keith talking to Bryan Barrett of WGNS on the Friday Night Thunder Scoreboard Show.
Now, Bryan, as we gear up for that game next week, have you heard anything? I was getting a report that Teague was out tonight for Blackman with an ankle. Did you get any reports on that?
Well, we did the game last week with Smyrna, and Master played at the beginning of that game, maybe 3 or 4 carries, and then they took him out and he didn't come back in. Kind of tweaked his ankle in the Coffee County game a little bit, and so I imagine that they're just making sure that it's in good shape as they head into next week's game. I would think it would be very hard to keep him out. I don't think it was a very serious injury, but they're probably being very overly cautious about it right now.
Yeah, you don't want to take your Maserati out in a rainstorm. What game you covering next week?
Well, I think we'll do Oakland at Blackman next Friday.
You think so?
Looks like a pretty good one to do.
Well, okay. Have fun doing that, okay?
Yeah, we will. Man, what a great crowd tonight. It was just amazing to see. I hope everybody who's a high school football fan will just go out and see a game.
Yeah.
Wherever they are.
Right, and if you've never seen a Battle of the Borough game, it's still got it. Even after the opening of Siegel and Blackman, it's still got it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I bet there were 8,000 to 10,000 there tonight. I mean, just people crawling all over the place.
All right. Well, buddy, we'll let you crawl on out of here, and we'll talk to you again next week, okay?
Sounds good. All right, Dennis.
Take care. That is Bryan Barrett of WGNS.